Right, okay, excellent. This has really fucked me up. Fuck you, Video Ninja, I hate you. So, as I was saying first, so rudely interrupted, I'm going to introduce you to these wonderful people and then we're going to play a game. Seb, you can repeat what you said because no fucker heard you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try again. I'm Seb. I'm still playing Silas Crawford, who's had better days but also worse days. He's now stuck in a van, hopefully on its way to the Isle of Skye, and just ready to put this whole mess behind him, not realizing that he's in a comic book like trade format where like the second trade is coming soon. He thinks it'll be done, but it won't be done. But yeah.
Cool.
That's me. Yep.
Lavaita, how about you?
So I'm Lavaita. I'm playing Lauren, who she bends, she teleports, she stretches. She's versatile, but she's also not that useful in a fight, I found out.
Useful enough. Kat, how about you? Kathrine.
Me? I am
Hello.
playing Chris, who is very feeling very split right now in every sense possible, I think. They are very much in every direction possible in their mind.
We'll get to that in a wee minute. And last but certainly not least, Michelle.
Hello, I'm Michelle, and I struggle with muting and unmuting. Apparently, I'm going to be playing as Sarah Bacon, Landner, who is probably about to go through some weird echoes of her own parents, thanks to meeting a parent who was so selfish that he kind of killed himself, but not really. I'll leave that for the intro.
Fair enough.
Yes, leave it for the intro. Give me all the fucking hard work. Right, anyway. Last time, our intrepid heroes came face to face with Anthony Bellington's evil plan. He wanted to bring back his wife, and to do so, he had made a deal with some demons.
When you say evil, he was. Okay,
well, it's an evil plan. He wasn't. Sure. He's not evil. The plan was evil. We could have come up with a better plan. Yeah, or maybe made the deal with it. No, please. We're called Tales of Myth and Mayhem, not Tales of Myth and everything works out. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fuck it, seriously. So his semi-evil plan, but an evil plan with a good intentions, with a couple of demons, in order to bring back his wife, who had been killed by Orchis. He wanted to rope his children into it, and knowing that one child would not take part, he sought help from one of our young mutants here. After a brief fight and splitting up of the party, some entreaties were made to the children of Anthony Bellington, one of whom, Troy, came to realise that what his father was doing was wrong and decided to help this group. As Chris helped, Rebecca, take her brother upstairs.
Rebecca?
Yes. When her brother woke up, he immediately tried to stop Rebecca from helping his father. Chris wanted nothing to do with and told everyone to go fuck off, which is fair. Family drama.
Reasonable.
Yes. Chris decided to go outside in order to get away from everyone, as there was lots of bickering and fighting and talking about who owed what to whom, who deserved what kind of life or death. And so she was the only one to notice as the little metal flowers lifted off from the forest and fluttered away into the sky. Sir Bellington, once downstairs, was unable to complete his task. I can't remember how you all stopped him, but you did. I think it was the brother, Troy, mainly that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Silas boosted Troy's powers to stop his dad. So yeah,
he stopped the dad, and as he could not complete the ritual, the demons came and took him, as far as we know, to his death, or to hell, or somewhere else. I am the worst recapper in the world.
No,
well, I'm not even done yet. That's the point. I interrupt my recapping to see how bad I am at recapping. That's how bad I am at recapping.
Positive self-talk.
I'm really good at being bad at recapping.
Yep. See, that's
an improvement.
The oldest of the Bellington children, Jeremy, realizing that now that the protection from their mother's last deed and from their father is now gone, that the home is now open to Orchis, including the ones that were trapped in the cellar. His idea was to go into one of the vans, and after a certain Scottish voice got in touch with them once again, mainly with Silas, they decided to head north once again to the Isle of Skye, in the hopes of finding a way out of this whole situation. And that is where we find them, in a massive black van, Jeremy in the front. Silas, are you up beside him, or...?
Yeah, probably. And like I was saying last session, Silas just took one of the most expensive bottles of gin that and took it because he needs just the entire bottle on the way up, basically. I mean, Silas, he's not getting intoxicated. I mean, he knows how to hold
he's already there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he operates best when he's not completely sober.
Okay, so Silas and Jeremy are sitting up at the front. And right behind them there's a set of seats where we find Lauren and Chris. And right in the back we find Sarah Bacon scrunched up, barely her head grazing the ceiling. We find a bound Rebecca with ties of what looks like woven grass rope. And young Troy quietly sobbing as he... suppresses the powers of his sister. You've been on the road now for about 15-20 minutes. There's been silence up till now, except for the occasional sob from Troy. Jeremy looks over at Silas. So you were really going to help my dad then, were you?
I don't even know anymore. A lot of mutants died, not just on Crow, but on Genosha before that, and everywhere else. And I don't have a morality to Sully anymore. So, I mean, if I could have helped get your mom back, I probably would have.
I get that. Are you all right back there? He turns and shouts through to all of you.
Been better to go off the rural roads.
We'll need to go back on them. So you go.
Apart from this being the most awkward fucking journey of my life.
Well, I can understand that.
I mean, you shouldn't be feeling bad about me, mate. Your dad did just die as a result of making a deal with fucking Mephisto Z-listers.
I think Silas just suppresses an actual laugh at this kind of yeah that's.
As you see that, Rebecca starts to move a little bit, and Troy puts his hand out to her shoulder, and she just gives him a look, just drawing daggers at him completely. So you're all fucking friends now, are you? Fucking traitors, and she spits at Troy. 'Cause, 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 'cause
can I telepathically kind of tell Rebecca that I understand that this went awfully, but once we get out of this, I have a Rolodex of people who can help. You can bring your mom back, or your dad, or both if you want to. And I promise you here now I will help. But we kind of need to lock it in and play nice for the time being. Otherwise, we can't get either of them back.
Give me an ego roll.
You
Okay.
realize
you've
that
got any
she
powers to go.
probably doesn't know her dad is dead yet, right?
Oh no! God, I just
Well, no, she
sprung
will
that
have
on
been-
her. With
She will have been told, no.
Okay, it's a
No, she
15.
won't, that's it.
Because she passed out before, so she didn't
did.
see it.
She didn't just wake up there. She's just been tied up and sitting
So
there.
it's a
If she was
15 on-
unconscious for that long, it would be really bad for her.
Yeah.
And a 15. She doesn't say anything to you, but you see her gaze. If you're looking back, you see her gaze move from her brother to you. And she kind of sets her jaw.
Okay.
So, what's this? You're all one big happy family, already stab each other in the back till you're in a car?
Sounds like every
Stabbing
happy
anyone in
family
the
I've
back,
ever
I
seen.
just. Is she saying that out loud or
Yeah,
telepathically
she said
to me?
that to all of you. Out loud.
Oh.
But she doesn't. She keeps eye contact with you as she does says
That's
it.
fair enough.
I think
I
that
mean-
might be overstating the current situation. But I am sorry about your dad.
Yeah, what's done is done, I suppose. When I'm out of here, I'm
And
going to murder you all. But
Well,
Chris,
that's not great.
Chris won't say anything. They will just look at her with sorrow and I don't know, compassion is not the right word, I think, but
sympathy.
yeah, in their eyes. And if Rebecca had woken up earlier, Chris would have tried to comfort her, and Jeremy would probably have stopped them, right?
No, Jeremy wouldn't have tried to stop. But Rebecca is having none of it. She won't look you in the eye. She won't accept any words from you. She hasn't said anything to you directly.
Well, I'm going to say something out loud. Whether people hear it or not, that's up to them. But I'd like to make the case for not murdering us because we didn't kill your father. A bunch of fucking Mephisto Z-listed devilly things.
Because you wouldn't help him.
If he did a deal that needed our help for him to be able to carry it out, that's kind of on him.
And also, we didn't kill him. The devilly things did. Like, if you want to be angry at anyone, you should be angry at the people. Well, are they people?
I
The
can be angry
devils
at multiple
who took
things at once.
that is a
Okay.
talent that you and I share. But let me finish what I'm saying. The devils took advantage of your father at his lowest and made a shitty deal that cost him his life, because that is what happens with devils. That is what they do. We didn't kill him. Even if we did do the thing that the devils wanted us to do, your mum probably would have come back as a fucking zombie with no eyes and no tongue or something, because there's always a catch with fucking devils. When have you ever heard of a deal with any devil working out? They're responsible for your father's
She
death,
cuts and shakes her head.
not us. I hope you see that one day. But in the meantime, we're currently running for our lives whilst following a mysterious Scottish voice in our heads. So let's maybe focus on the present, yeah?
Actually, and I think like Sarah says this out loud, sort of. And he's really trying to reach out kind of as loudly as he can telepathically to said Scottish voice, which we agreed like in he doesn't recognize. But can you let the other three in on the situation? Like he's like just yelling into the void, basically, because it'll make this so much easier and less awkward, basically.
Can you no broadcast me? It's a wee bit difficult here. I'm not just sitting my fucking thumbs up my arse, you know. I've spoken to that Jeremy guy. He knows where he needs to go. But I can't keep contact with everyone all at once. There's things going on here. And the quicker you get your asses here, the better.
Are those things going on worse than Orchis or equal level?
You'll see. Just get
Great.
here as quickly as possible. Matt, I'm just going to check a map and see where he's at.
Might be a same shit, different name situation.
So yeah, I think Silas is a bit world weary, like of all the different organizations that have tried to kill mutants in the past. Like yeah, they have to come up with a new one every new run. Says his player because Silas is aware that there are runs of his own universe.
Well done. Well, you go talk amongst yourselves. Right.
Has anyone actually heard from this voice in the sky lately?
Silas has. I'm not sure. Like, would it also have? Would the other three have also heard him? Like once the balloon estate
Just when the thing went down, all of you had heard them. But after that, he's only been talking with Silas.
Alright, I'm going to just say out loud, Oi! Scottish voice. What is
smirking.
what on the other end of this 10-hour journey now?
I've got a way to get you out of here. You're the last ones I can. Things are going to shit.
You can say that again, mate.
Things are going to shit. Sorry.
He's awfully literal.
Can we help?
You really didn't want me to be literal. If I get literal, aye. You're going to need to be careful coming up in Manchester. There's an Orchis blockade.
Of course there is.
Well, I'm in the mood for smashing some fucking bastards up.
Still another hour away from you.
Nobody's going to miss Manchester in the first place. Just smash it entirely.
There's a lot to be said, I've always said, for Bradford.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything else? Kind of busy here.
No, not for me.
Right, see you soon. Look after yourselves.
Thank you, magic Scottish guy.
Is it possible for Silas to, like astral project and kind of like fly over the car to see if there's any kind of like anything ahead? Because I think I just want to. I'm pretty sure the flying speed is fairly fast, just for the sake of.
I mean, I would say if you're astral projecting, you're just you would go with your body if you don't actually move anyway. So yeah, you could jump up and have a look, no problem.
No, but like so the flight speed is. So I can move 10 times as fast as my run speed. I'm not sure if that keeps up with the car. I just kind of like I want to like be able to.
At the moment Jeremy's going 100 mile an hour down the motorway.
We couldn't get stopped just for speeding, Jeremy. Come on.
Quite hard to tell when you're in the back of a van how fast the van is going.
That's true.
You should have just taken my
you're in the
little
front.
help
I've just
there.
remembered. You're in the front. I've just remembered.
Who said that, Mark?
What? Who said what?
You should take my little help.
No, that was me to Seb.
Okay, gotcha.
I know all these people with the same voice. A pain in the ass.
I just sounded in context similar to something that the magical Scottish voice in our heads might say.
Because you are the Scottish.
I mean, I am the magical Scottish voice in your heads. This is.
Yeah, it's meta. It's a bit meta.
Question.
Answer.
Under the powers, when you have a trigger,
Yeah.
the character is attacked or otherwise in danger.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean that's the only time I can use that power, or can I use it outside of?
What's the power?
It's the shapeshift.
No, I think no. In that case, I think a trigger would just be like if you're So, let's say you were first in the what you call it, initiative. You could set it up as a trigger, so you don't take your turn yet. You just if someone attacks you, you could do it. Otherwise, I think you can use it as normal.
So I can use it outside of battle
Yes.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because. Yep. Not long. I have to do a search on this one.
So the car goes back into silence as you're driving. Troy hasn't said a word.
I think Silas will ask Jeremy, like, so was it only the force back home that you can feel? Like, do you feel that the other plants around here as well, or is it just do you have to concentrate?
My gift lets me speak with all plants, it seems. But the forest at home is where I grew up, it's where my powers woke up, it's where I felt most comfortable.
That makes sense.
What about you? Can you boost everyone's powers? Or
Apparently, yes, except for mine. Which is fair, I suppose.
Troy doesn't talk much about his powers, but I think they're quite similar to yours.
And then, like, Silas will just, like, telepathically tell Jeremy he's better at them, but don't tell him that. Because, like, jokingly, kind of, don't inflate his ego.
You can feel a smile and he's come through. I think Troy could do it with a little bit of ego inflating.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll let him know next time.
What a fucking mess. I don't know whether to be angry at my dad or just sad that he's gone. He had no right to do that
you can
to
be
us.
both. You can be both.
People don't always make their best decisions when they're very upset. Maybe, in this case. I mean, granted, most people get therapy rather than appeal to the help of a demon, but
That's because it's easier
there's
to
different options
get therapy.
available.
Well, I mean, also, devils famously take advantage of people at their lowest. That is
They might have
kind
contacted him, that's true, instead of...
No, Dad is always making deals.
Oh, I'm trying not to say that your dad did a pricky thing.
Oh, he did.
Trying to be sensitive to the situation. But yeah, I think maybe you're right. Like,
Dad was a cunt.
he made the decisions he made. He's going to have to live with them. And it's not fair, but you're going to have to take the brunt of the effects because you lost your dad because of it. I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about the devils. I would have handled things a lot differently if I knew. My solution probably would have been just to go and beat the shit out of those devils and rip up the contract, to be fair. But I don't know if that would have been possible or any better.
He bursts out laughing. Yes, could have been worth a try.
Either way, I would have really enjoyed punching some fucking devils. It's a lot simpler than what went down.
Rebecca suddenly looks at you and says, "You can punch me if you want. Just get Troy to let me go, and Troy, you will pay for this. And you can punch me as much as you want, or until I don't let you anymore."
I don't want to punch you, Rebecca.
If we want to have a view of the road ahead, I have a thing I can try.
Are you going to try and dob us into somebody who wants to kill us?
I'm trying to formulate this as Chris. So, I think I can do more with my powers now, and I might be able to give us an overview.
That's useful.
What would you like to try?
Since I have the shapeshift, I can change into an eagle, and their maximum horizontal speed is 130 kilometers per hour. So I would be able to fly up, have a look, and catch up for a
You
short
would need
burst.
to get you would
short
need to
time.
get Jeremy to slow down, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely do
It
that.
says one size smaller or bigger than yourself, but a big eagle is pretty fucking large.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think the moment this happens, Silas like
You would need to have the
jumps
doors open
so hard that he.
You can't. No. You need to work. Tell me how you're doing this, because you can't just open the back door and jump out. Right? Do you want to get
You can fly out the window.
No, not
I
in a van like
think
this. Should be too big to fly out the window.
Chris will actually, because Chris don't want Jeremy to stop before they're certain that they can do this. So Chris will look around and like see, okay, just say I might have, I might be able to do something with my powers, and if the rest of the group like, okay, that's useful, Chris will just concentrate. Like Silas will probably recognize the breathing pattern.
Oh, nice.
Like trying to
meditate.
fall into themselves, like, and then try to shift, and suddenly there is a big ass eagle sitting in Chris's seat instead.
Jeremy almost crashes the car.
Silas jumps so hard
new.
that he the seatbelt just like kind of almost spills the gin, and he goes, "What the actual where was all the entire time?"
Is this like are you like a warg like Game of Thrones?
And since I adopt the animal's abilities, I guess I don't like have the human, so I probably can't talk.
No.
In this shape.
Can I
don't know if I
telepathically
can telepathic communicate with Silas.
Yeah, he does sort of like say like
what
The fuck? Why is Chris turned into a bird?
Is that a thing you could do the entire time?
What happens to your clothes?
I was. What?
What happens to your clothes?
Because like get melded. I just assume you don't.
That's a good question.
I mean, left behind in the manner of a werewolf.
I think you could just say whatever you want to say, but do be aware that this is getting dangerously close to your character being naked in a limited space van.
I mean, the character
car has
can
now
change
stopped.
into any other form, nor more than one size bigger or smaller than the regular form. When in any form, the character has access to the natural abilities of that form. For instance, if they transformed into a bird, they could fly. When transformed into a fish, they can breathe water. That's the only thing there is on the roll 20.
So like how it works for Mystique, like are her clothes part of her?
Yes, but
I don't know.
But Mystique's clothes are part of her self. Mystique can't turn into an animal, as far as I know. She can only.
So there's just a pile of clothes on the seat and a bird now. That's what Chris is.
That's the first time Chris has changed. But the car
just for that reason. Yeah.
Well, that we've seen. Chris did change in the bathroom whilst I was asleep.
Well, this is true.
Well,
But that was
I mean, fine.
the
This is
human.
fine.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. We hand wave it away. It's not an important thing.
Chris has been replaced with a bird. Is that a
So-
thing now?
So Chris is just going to pick on the window or the door or something like.
Don't pick on the window. You're breaking it.
I
Silas,
think,
can you let her out, please? Or them out, please?
Once the van has
Wait a
stopped,
second,
he kind of
I
gets
can
out
reach
and
over and
opens.
open the door
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
without moving from the seat.
You're
I'll
going to
reach
lean over
and open
past
door.
the massive big the dinosaur that's right beside
From
you.
the back
I
of
know.
the dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah, right in the back.
There's a
of the
dinosaur now? Where'd the dinosaur come from?
Eagles,
No,
eagles
he's
quite
just saying-
dinosaur-like. An eagle is huge and terrifying and has a big beak
Yes.
and claws and is quite raptor-like in many ways.
Right,
to be honest.
gotcha.
Well, that is a raptor. This
Yeah, I was
definition.
kind of skirting around that.
The door opens.
I guess.
Tell us what it's like as you fly out.
Yep. So Chris is just maybe helping out so I can since I can't spread my wings inside the van, so they're just going to jump out like this clumsy raptor way, like the claws, like, and then try and spread the wings. Exactly. So spreading the wings and just like flapping a couple of times just to feel how it is and try to take off.
It feels kind of strange this first time. Yeah, your wings aren't like arms at all. There's lots of little bits that move. Hovering at the car, you feel as if you're going to fall, and your wings just automatically spread a little bit and right yourself. And your claws, your talons are on this hard tarmac of the motorway. And it feels completely natural to you, but at the same time, strange. You take a couple of steps, and then you beat your wings out, and it's the strongest you've ever felt. And you beat your wings, and again, and again, and you lift higher and higher. And you see everything. Everything is prey. The cars below you look tiny. They look as if you could just peck them out and swallow them. You can see forest stretching out to the side. You can see smokestacks in the distance. Small houses dot along the way. There's not very much traffic at the moment. It's still, 3 in the morning, I think? 2 in the morning. It looks like a clear way for the next... Well, how far can you go see? I know it's really far, but I don't know how far.
Be pretty far.
It's very far, but just...
If we
One of the more innocent Google searches we've had over a video, like an RPG question.
This is true.
I'm a writer, I swear, but this is the sweet version.
Yes.
Meanwhile, back in the car, Sarah just says to everyone, like, I think if I'm ever going to break my sobriety, it's probably going to be the second we arrive somewhere. So if that happens, please don't give me any shit for it.
He holds up the bottle of gin. Do you need something right now? I don't want to, encourage any behavior, but
That
I
won't
know
be
that you're
enough.
proud of your.
I got done for possession, right? But with intent to supply, because it takes it took me a lot of cocaine to feel cocaine. Like a lot. Like 2 kilos.
I assume that the healing factor doesn't help.
Yeah.
Keep it
No.
in the system.
But you know what? God bless Matt Murdock and She-Hulk. They're the only A-listers heroes I ever met, and they came to my defense, and God bless them. They managed to argue that, maybe I shouldn't be done as a supplier, because that was
It was for
personal
you,
use
yeah.
amount for me. But yeah, I think I'm going to break my sobriety tonight, and I don't even care. Assuming they have enough.
Hmm.
Because
I
that's
think he
like the equivalent of like half a shot for me, what you got there.
He pulls out like the card that she gave him back at the Druid's Cove, like with the whatever happened to this. I mean, I don't really need to excuse my bad behavior, but you were holding it together pretty well.
Well, you know,
I'm supposed to be the bad example, not you.
I don't think you're supposed to be a bad example.
I mean, no, but I wake up every morning and make the choice, but and he just smiles like crookedly. But
But you could make different choices.
I suppose.
And if
But
you could, then I can.
hmm,
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to a good drink. You talked me out of it.
well, you know, what would Steve Rogers do, right? Probably not have a drink.
Oh, no, he can't get drunk.
Oh, you can?
He's
he
got
can.
the, he's got the superhero serum, like...
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's
So
just like
get
Silas.
drunk.
I
It's
think
like
Silas
nobody-
doesn't know. He's like, oh, he can't.
I thought he had the super serum, meant he had to like me. He had to take like I didn't get the super serum, but I thought he had to drink like a ridiculous amount to
He
feel
does,
any of
but
it.
he can
'cause-
drink. He can get drunk.
He just
He has
Oh,
done
yeah.
several times.
all right, well, fine, whatever.
We can
It's
pick
like
you up some
Wolverine.
Nesquik in the
Wolverine needs
meantime.
unbelievable amount of Nesquik. That's a good idea. No one brought any
All
with
right,
you,
well,
though.
I won't have a drink, but I need a fucking meeting after this.
Hmm.
I don't
So-
know if there is one in Sky.
Chris, what's going on?
I just sent something in the Discord.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so not that far then.
Spot.
Oh, damn.
As far as you can see, it's clear.
Yeah. So they are just
You'll be able to see a
following
lot
the road,
further than
hoping
that,
that.
but just...
Yeah. So Chris will just fly on, hoping the van will follow, staying as high as possible and still being able to see the road.
Might be
And-
easier for you to follow the van because we do have to stick to the roads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Chris will follow the road like
Got you, sorry.
in view.
And I think Silas is kind of like under the impression that if anything like is visible, kind of like Eagle, Chris will kind of like just telepathically let him
Yeah.
know because yeah.
I think
So-
we can carry on driving now then.
Yes, you're back on the way. You're driving. How long can you stay in that form for, Chris?
Doesn't say it says permanent, I think. Like until I change it.
Okay.
I am trying to find it here.
So a couple of hours probably.
Yeah, permanent.
I mean, you could stay
Duration
longer,
permanent.
but yeah, but whether you would stay, how long you could fly for, I don't know how long they can stay in the air for. And you would already have been tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can stay for a couple of hours. And if none of you are going to talk about what happened with you can all shut up and go to sleep.
Well, I won't sleep.
Well, I've got a question because I didn't even know there were devils till like 2 hours ago. What else are there? Dragons? Are dragons a real thing?
Oh, there's I mean, I can really only mostly speak for mutants. There's probably draconic mutants. Like I think Silas, he's like tipsy enough not to like be able to pinpoint one, but
I mean, there's
he's
probably
sure that there are
demonic
some.
mutants, but we just saw actual demons.
Well, I mean, there's
Very true.
Mephisto, who's pretty famous. He's
I mean, there's-
literally the devil.
Yeah, and there's Asgardian gods, so there's pretty much a lot of everything.
I just wondered if they were actual dragons and we hadn't been told.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, so Mark, like sorry, like or the narrator role, does Silas know about Fing Fang Foom?
I'm pretty sure Fin 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 would have been brought up, but he's not a dragon, he's an alien. Just looks like a
Yeah,
dragon.
but Silas doesn't know that. It's assumed
That's okay,
it's a
yeah,
dragon.
that is true. You would yes, that's right. You also know about Lockheed.
Or just for the sake of getting me to shut the fuck up, that would work.
No. I just I think I know of one, but
I mean, okay, no, if you were on Krakoa, you would have heard stories of dragons.
okay, fair. Then he goes, yep, there's dragons. I haven't seen one, but I've heard tale.
Cool.
Down at the Green Lagoon, there would have been definitely people talking about them before.
I'm not sure whether, I mean, I don't really want to meet one, depending on what. I mean, there's probably nice ones.
I'm just going through
Like-
a lot. The bounds of like what is real and what isn't real have shifted a lot for me in the last couple of weeks.
Understandable. I mean, there was an entire island which was just a living entity that just let us live on it, which is
It sounds pretty good right
it
now.
seems so normal at the time, but the more I think about it, the stranger it gets. Like I was living on a person, like I had an anyway, but and not like in a weird way, but
So when I got the invite, it just felt rude to move there.
well, you could have just visited.
I don't know. I had a life. Go and meet a bunch of randoms who probably think that I'm some kind of fucking screwed up child star or whatever.
Oh god, no!
I had
There's
Stephanie.
remarkably little judgment up there, but no, used to be. I'm sorry.
Well, I
about
mean,
Stephanie
fair
for
enough,
whatever
but-
it's worth.
Like, I didn't want to fuck with no mutant politics because I wanted to live my life. I had a job I was good at. I had a friend. Guy who sold me milk would talk to me about Arsenal and West Ham and other football teams I don't give a shit about, but you know, it's normal. I was getting normal, and then it all went to shit. And dealing with fucking dead dads and devils and fuck all this. Fuck it all.
Do you figure? I mean, as much as you hate them, do you figure your parents are okay?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
They weren't mutants.
I think Silas says this kind of like realizing that in all of his research and kind of trying to get in contact with people, he hasn't tried to get in contact with his parents because not out of spite, just because it didn't cross his mind, which
What
says
about
a lot
you?
about him. So
What about you? I mean, who do you have?
two parents who are very disappointed in me.
Because you're a mutant?
No, because I'm me.
Asila's using the telepathic link to relay the conversation to Chris.
I mean, no, sorry, don't get.
I just asking because
Honestly,
Nobody
we're
wants to
just
distract
filling
the
up
ego.
air while you go and fly off and do things.
Yeah.
part of me really want to like
Make a comment.
no fly. Okay, a part of me want to be in the conversation too, but a part of Chris, if they don't know that, want to explore this shape and just have a bit of fun and kind of dive in front of the
Yeah,
man just to see if
absolutely.
they can spook
Oh, Jesus, fuck!
I mean, Silas has his front row. He's like, God damn it, don't do that.
So
Because
as, you're
this
Did we
is the
flying,
establish? Are you naked now?
as you're flying,
Yeah.
you shortly before Manchester, so about another hour or so into the drive,
Do we
you
have
do
to
see a
go through
roadblock.
Manchester?
No, it's near
We go
Manchester.
around?
Yes.
We should
Chris,
go
you're
around.
able to show them the way. You're able to guide them round the roadblock. You do it another 3 times before you become too tired. Journey's already been going on for about 8 hours. There's lots of sleeping being done. Troy looks like he's nodding off, but every time he does, he snaps to and keeps his eyes on his sister.
You want me to
Okay,
drive?
so as soon as Chris sees the roadblock, they're going to tell Silas.
Yeah,
and
we've
then
done
probably
that.
come.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you do
okay,
it for
sorry.
several roadblocks. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it goes through a few hours, and then you come back and get back in the car because you just can't fly for that much longer.
Yeah.
Troy, do you want me to drive? Like, I'm not. I can
Jeremy's
stay
driving.
up.
So, but...
Jeremy, do you want me to
Can't
drive?
fit in the driver's seat.
I'll rip the seat out.
Please don't. I'd say that Silas. I mean, Silas has like a American driver's license, so he'll be a little bit awkward on the other side of the road. But he can probably drive if he needs to.
It's probably fine. It's nighttime. The roads are quieter the further north we get. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I only need to sleep once every 2 days. I think that's part of my powers. I can keep driving through the night while everyone sleeps.
I mean, it at least leaves me. But somebody kind of, I mean, this is out of character talk, but somebody has to keep an eye on Rebecca because if
Troy has
the moment
to
that
stay
Troy
awake
falls
to-
asleep,
Yeah, and no one's talked to her.
I
so
don't think
there's
Silas
nobody-
is like good enough at dampening her powers. So
All right. Well,
he really
here's a
doesn't
plan
seem in the
then.
mood for talking.
I can stay up and I'll watch Rebecca.
that sounds fair. Yeah.
But you still need Troy to stay up. Because you can't watch
Sarah
Rebecca.
can
Doesn't
watch
do any
Rebecca
good.
and keep Troy awake.
Yeah, so he falls asleep.
Rebecca, if Troy gets some sleep, are you going to be all murdery?
No,
Are you lying?
I will not take revenge for what you fuckers did to my dad. Oh, you traitorous fuckers.
Okay.
All right, just so you know, if you do, like, you'll be just as fucked as the rest of us. Not because of us, because if you kill all of us, Orchis will find you alone and fuck you up. It is in your best interest to not be a dick right now.
She smiles at you. Lucy.
No, you see, we won't see. That's just what will happen.
You're the ones that have kidnapped me. I don't want to be in this car with all of you.
Kidnapped you? We'd removed you from a place where Orchis were going to come and fucking kill you.
They could have fucking tried.
Alright, here's an idea. If you don't want to be here, why don't you fuck off then?
You're in my car.
So?
So you fuck off. You, my traitorous brothers, and the person I thought was my friend from you, you can all fuck off. You who took my dad's drinks and snuggled up to him because you thought, oh, he'd get you near your boss again. The only one that's been honest the whole way is Sarah, and she's an arsehole.
I think that's a bit unfair.
Fair.
After Chris has managed to morph into their clothes again in some way.
Everything just like
I'm sure
bird,
Marvel
like,
wouldn't
just
let you
looking away
still
while
alive.
winning
Feathers out of places 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Again, answering all the questions from before. No, I have not been able. I think I don't have been able to do that all the time. I just had a feeling I could. Okay.
I'll turn to Chris and whisper, like, we got some issues, you and me. We're going to address them. But for now, I need you to make sure that Rebecca doesn't fucking murder us whilst her brother gets some sleep. Alright?
And I really would want to talk to Rebecca, but Marc said we were going to talk to ourselves and not the siblings. So I don't know.
No, what I said, I wanted you all to. You can try and talk to Rebecca. I wanted you all to. There was quite a lot of unresolved issues last time. None of these
Which,
have
I
been
mean, there
talked
still
out.
are, but
There still
No
are,
shit.
but we're trying to finish up the season today. So
Yeah.
And
we've
now
had an
Rebecca is
entire
like,
car journey where nothing's really
but,
been said, and now we need to get to
but
the end.
now Rebecca is all
All right.
the one
Well,
that said was my friend, and Chris just, I want to be your friend.
But as soon as I needed you, you left.
I asked you if you needed my help.
I was in the middle of fighting my brother.
You could have said something. You just screamed at him. What could I have done? That was between you.
Nothing. Just nothing. Just Troy, put me to sleep or something. I just can't be with this.
now, you know what? Fuck this. We're going to have it out. All right here, right now. We're going to resolve this right fucking now, all right? Because I've had enough of this fucking awkward, quiet bullshit and
sleep.
polite conversation. Sorry?
I put her to sleep. I'm sorry.
Can you sleep when she's asleep?
I don't think that'd be safe.
Well, you got to sleep, otherwise, you'll lose it.
We could leave her here.
that sounds like a terrible idea. She really hates us, and you want to just like abandon her wherever the heck we are right now.
Right, you know what? Why don't we wake her up and we have it out?
I'm really not interested in having it out with a fellow mutant at a time where mutants are being killed left, right, and center.
Well, it's not like we got much choice. She wants to fucking murder us. And to be honest, our little group, I've had some serious fucking misgivings about some of the shit that went down in that house with what you lot did. I mean, with the exception of Lauren.
Lauren, yeah, she's actually been the most.
It's not like I didn't make any bad decisions. I mean, I still feel bad about Troy.
No, but you tried to do what was right.
Oh yeah, so it's better to help Orchis, who is murdering mutant, than it's worse that than making a young boy cry and make him soil his pants just because you're trying to get him to go against his families, like you couldn't do it yourself.
They were people. They're not just like random soldiers. There's people inside those
No.
costumes.
Nobody signs on for Orchis by accident. They have
I get
gas
that,
chambers. They've killed people. They're doing worse to people. It's none of them were being forced into the job that they were doing, and we let a mutant stay dead and we just let these killers walk back home to their bases and give them even more information about us, which is
No, that's bollocks, mate. We stopped another crime
saw anyone
from
leave.
being committed. That's what happened.
And
It's
allowed
not just-
1,000
if it-
more.
We
If
didn't
it's
allow
just-
1,000 more of anything.
If those Orchid
Because
people
now,
had all been
as
killed, do you
Steele
think
says-
they'd
They
have
have-
stopped? Do you think
they
they'd
have
stopped
information
coming after us
now.
after that?
yeah. And all of them, I mean, maybe not all of them, but all of them were happy to at least try and kill mutants. That's what they do. But somehow their lives were so much more important than an actual mutant life.
He wasn't.
She
a
was
mutant.
dead. They weren't.
Because they murdered her. That's why she's dead.
And murdering them wouldn't have done shit.
Yes,
All right,
it would
even
have
if we
brought her
did,
back.
even would it?
Yes.
Would it?
Yes.
What? And so deals with the devil always work out. There isn't some fucking small print or some fuck around at the end that always bites people in the arse. Like people will go to Mephisto and he offers fair terms and then everything works out fucking beautifully. Never fucking happened, mate. It's never fucking happened.
orphaning kids is better than killing people who shoot mutants.
We didn't orphan those kids. Their dad did.
Oh, we did. Oh, we did.
No,
we
their
stayed
dad
there.
did, and those devils did. We didn't. We stopped
We
a
could have
bunch of
left
murders
at any point in time. We chose to stay there.
We
to
should have
stop
left.
murder.
We could have just
Honestly, I
walked
wish we
away
had
and
just
let them
left.
do their thing.
The father would probably still be
I-
dead, or worse, but
I hear
We
what
could
you're
have
saying,
taken down
Sarah.
that whole Orchis facility, and they would not have stopped the next day. There'd still be more Orchis.
But it would have removed a few of them, and now they have more info.
Nothing worth a damn. What, they were inside a locked basement?
I hear what you're saying, Sarah, but it isn't how the real world is. It's utopia to believe that you can make the world non-violent. I hear your point, I do, but it's
I don't believe that.
unpractical.
I don't believe that is not my belief. My belief is
And
pretty
that's
simple.
fair.
Killing always leads to more killing. Every time. We killed their soldiers. Their families have lost someone they love. They come and try to kill us. We kill them. They kill us. People we love try to kill them. People they love try to kill the people we love. And that is what always happens. Someone
Because
somewhere
that's
has to
human
say
nature.
no. Fuck that.
And that's fair, you do that. And they come and kill you at some part. Some of us want to fight. That's our belief, that's our choice.
I'm not against fighting. I'm against executing people.
They
To
were going to,
placate
yes,
a
that's
deal
yes.
with fucking devils. Have we forgotten the devil part of this?
But the result of that was their us to cover, not ours.
What?
We could have gotten rid of some people that were making the world a terrible
place.
place.
Yeah.
They weren't making it terrible when they were locked up in a fucking cell.
And they
No, but they're
would
no
be
longer locked up,
let
and now
out
they
and
have
have a
to.
chance.
Yeah, and again, whose fault is that? There were options. There were
Like
options.
what
that
kind
we...
of options of how would you have dealt with them absent of killing them? Send them to rehab to not be murderous bigots anymore?
Lock them up.
Is
See,
mind wiping a
Orchis
thing?
owns
Could someone have,
everything.
like,
They will just release
erased
them.
their memories and left them somewhere? I don't know.
We
So it's
are on
better
the
to lock
hook for what other people do.
So lock them up, isolate them. That's torture, you know that, right? Sitting in a cell alone. And you want to let them stay there until they die of old age? God
Until
damn
this
it,
is
then
all
rather
over.
kill them now.
You'd
Never
rather give them
kind
the
of to
speedy
kill.
release of death.
Them being alive creates options. Them being dead closes options and always leads to something worse.
It creates options for Orchis. It doesn't help us in any fucking way.
Maybe it isn't always about helping ourselves. Maybe there is a principle of not murdering people if we can avoid it.
Not murdering genocidal people is a bad idea. Not stopping genocidal people before they do any more genociding is a bad idea.
At least cut off
Where
the
I
head,
was-
not the fingertips.
Where I was standing, they didn't have a gun to anyone's head. They were they were locked up in chains. They weren't killing anyone.
They were gonna be unchained into the woods.
And if
you
they
would have
were-
listened.
If they were about to put a gun to someone's head, I'd smash the shit out of them in a minute, in a second. They weren't doing that.
Give them a gun and give them a mutant, and they'll do that in an instant.
Then I'll break their fucking arm.
Well, you can't anymore because they've left and gone home.
No, I can't. Because that all went to shit because you lot didn't have my fucking back.
Or because
Except
you didn't
Lauren,
have
who
ours.
did.
Like either.
Except Lauren, who did. I'm sorry, Lauren. I don't mean to exclude that you at least tried to do what was right. You may have made mistakes, but you tried. These two went off to work with the guy who was going to commit murder and enlist his kids to do it. Like, what the fuck is that?
Because
All
that
right.
I
was
can't get over
our
that he made a deal
choice.
that relied on there being other people when he didn't know he had other people. He needed us more than we needed him. We should have just left that night when Pinktail died. We should have just gone. Because that was days we
About
could have
Greg
been on
or
the road.
Pinktail, like Orchis is the type of people who will just murder them on the spot.
Yeah, they
Great
would have
job
done,
letting
but
them
they
go.
didn't. And we didn't stop to try and get back at Orchis at the gates when they exploded everything and there was protests and everything. We didn't try and hit them back when they came after us all the way here, because we couldn't. It was impractical. I don't know why you suddenly thought it was practical just because we had a estate to play in.
You've now been
Don't talk to
driving
me,
for a long time. You've nodded off at times. You've had your big
Right.
conversations. And something strange as you're driving. There's fewer and fewer cars. The sun should be up ahead of you. You can only see darkness. You don't see any stars in the sky. Just darkness. And for a second, you'll hear a scream in your head. A distinctly Scottish scream.
Distinctly Scottish scream. I love that.
Magic Scottish guy, you alright?
And then everything goes black.
Oh,
Sarah, what age were you? What were your parents like before you got your powers?
Who, me?
Yeah?
Direct controlling, but also somehow neglectful at the same time.
Before you got your powers, they were like that as well.
Yeah.
What did you look like when you were 11 years old?
Bit chubby. Regular looking kid. White, dark hair. Bit chubby.
Your mother and father are in the kitchen. They're talking
Wait, are
about
we-
something. What are they talking about?
I have no idea.
When I should have asked this before. When did your powers? What age were you when your powers developed?
Early teens.
What age? 13, 12, 14.
13.
Okay. So the moment you're 11 years old, your parents are in the kitchen talking about something in hushed tones. You hear your name spoken about. Give me an ego check, please.
Okay, you've taken me completely by surprise, but alright. 4, 2, 3.
Chris, what age were you first on the streets?
16.
16. Did you already have your powers then?
Yeah. They flared up and my parents kicked me out. So I got homeless at the same time I got my powers.
You're 15 again. What were your parents like? Before you got your powers, were they loving? Were they like Sarah's parents? Were they controlling? What were they like? Did you feel safe before you got your powers? Did they outwardly hate mutants before? What was it like?
It was, I think, quite a standard family, quite loving parents. Not like doting on, but we talked over dinner and I had bedtime stories read to me when I was little, and yeah, quite good. As long as I didn't always, when Chris have been talking about feeling wrong in their body, it will be shut down with all the usual. That's silly. That's just a phase.
Give me an ego check, please.
Stuff like that.
Silas, what age were you when you first met Sebastian Shaw?
oofed. I'm gonna say like 26.
You see him now. You're 26 years old again, and somehow you feel even younger. You see that the ruff, the front of his shirt, he's wearing a tailed jacket. His hair slightly curled. He's got a glass of brandy in one hand and a cigar in the other, and he's talking to someone just out of your line of sight.
How close am I physically?
You're probably about 3 or 4 steps away. You can't quite hear what he's talking about. You hear him mention your name and look over towards you. And I want you to give me an ego check, please.
Okay. Do we have any edges left? I just want to try and reroll.
I think we have 2. We have 2 edges left.
I will. Yeah. I think that's a 10. That's not great.
It's better than 9.
Leave it to me to ruin it.
Lauren, you're falling. You see colours whip by you. You see faces barely remembered. For a moment you feel like a small child and you feel incredibly old. And then you're on the ground. Your breathing is very laboured. You feel as if you've just smashed into the ground, but you can tell nothing's broken. You can tell that the pain isn't really... that isn't quite real. You feel a hand on your shoulder. How'd you get here then? You look up to see a guy with his hair standing probably about a foot up in his head. He's not got a top on, his trousers are kind of ripped. He looks kind of well muscled. He's smiling down at you and looks friendly. I thought you guys would have been here a while ago. Where are the rest of them?
Where is here?
Ah, yeah. Technically the eyeless guy.
Technically?
Yeah, I ran into some trouble. When you look up, you can see black sky again. And when you look around at the area around you, it looks like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. The kind of trouble that, yeah, messes with reality a little bit. So, you seen your
I
friends?
just got used to reality being the way it is.
Ah, I see. That's your first mistake.
Someone always has to pull the string.
Ah, nice to finally meet you.
Are you the person we've been hearing?
Yeah. I am.
Okay. I don't know what I expected, but I'm not sure you're it.
Call me
But it's
David.
nice to meet you. David, nice to meet you.
You see something scamper about just out the corner of your eye, and he reaches his hand out, and you see his hand flicker out of existence. Come back. This is painful. Let's go find your friend, shall we? Oh no!
No. We've all moved.
Damn it, cat!
I just straight up vanished, I have.
Ah, you've gone, and I don't want to fix it, because if I fix it and she goes back, then it gets fixed again.
Yeah, I'll just stay here under Chris's name for a minute, and that's what happens when you pull the edges of reality.
Yes.
Did it mess you up much?
Can you put your camera back on, please? Or if you're going to leave it off, tell me.
Hey, I'm back.
Sarah exists again.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I thought that was what Seb was checking up earlier. That
Yeah, that did the same
just
earlier. It's
I'm sorry. I'm just going to close the window.
What just happened there when you... Like, what was moving? I swear to God, if something says, "Oh, my ears and whiskers," I'm going to lose it right now.
No, there is... Orchis isn't the only thing we need to deal with at the moment. There is...
It's not one fucking thing, it's another.
Tends to be. I think you've not been around my family very long.
No, plainly.
We need to find your friends. We need to close this up before things get out of hand.
What just happened? We were in a van and suddenly it all went dark.
I don't know if your van still exists.
There were quite a few people in that van.
Hopefully
Some of my
they
favourite people,
still
to
exist.
be honest, even if we were arguing.
Well, it looks about. You lead the way then.
How far up would you say that was?
Oh, I don't know. Just start walking. We'll find them at some point.
Okay, then I'll just pick a direction at random because there isn't really any sense of any direction being better than any other.
Sounds like a plan to me. Better than I've been able to come up with. So did you see anything else before you got to me?
Just usual stuff from the road, and then everything went dark. No sun, no light, no moon, no stars.
Well, off we go then.
Right.
Sarah, your parents are arguing. You're, what, 15 now, 16?
What are they arguing about?
Some kind of merchandising for a t-shirt, or I think it's a t-shirt, might be a hoodie, or see some pictures of you dressed up in a uniform, power smash on it, and they're arguing about what would be best to go and wear.
I'd say to them, can I make a suggestion?
And they ignore you, they just keep on talking.
So can I make a suggestion?
They stop. They both turn to you. And their eyes are shining black. Give me an ego check, please.
Four, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 11. Chris, your parents are screaming at you. What just happened? How did they see your powers?
I mean, what do you mean?
Not you, Chris, this time. No, Chris is eating. I will come back to Chris. Silas.
Oh, right.
Yep. Oh boy.
You were sitting across from Sebastian Shaw. I wasn't even looking at chat, fuck's sake, never did. And you didn't get a roll, no, there's a reason for that. But anyway. Well, okay. So you're sitting across from from Sebastian Shaw. So you closed that deal then?
As always.
Good, my boy. And none of the usual bunch saw you?
Not to my knowledge.
You know I hate you, don't you? And you see the black, shiny eyes staring at you. Give me an ego roll, please.
Okay. If I'm just digging up, but if the ego roll is good, can I retort? But we'll see what happens. Hang on. 16.
That's good. 16 is good.
I think at that point, like, Silas is like just like has the wherewithal to say, Then I know you're not him.
Smile broadens. Perhaps not. Chris, what did your parents see the first time they saw you use your powers? How did they know?
was during a fight about my gender. I became more and more certain as I got older that it wasn't right what I was. And we fought. Mom and Dad was just distraught, telling me that it wasn't real, that it was all in my head, that they wanted to send me to a psychiatrist or whatever. And I just screamed at them, and my body changed rapidly from
You
one gender
disgust
to
me.
another, from one
Get out
section.
of my house. You're no longer welcome. You are not our child. Give me an ego roll, please. You see the eyes as well go kind of liquidy black, shiny. You're not our child. You're no one's child. Lauren, you can feel something ahead. Someone. Who would you feel most close to?
Out of like everyone in the world, or
Out of these three. Or you can include the Wellingtons if you wish. But I'm not role-playing both sides of their thing. I'm just doing their roles.
I'm honestly not sure. Probably either Silas or Sarah. Do you want to roll for those?
No, it would be Silas then. You can smell cigar smoke, very expensive brandy. From one step to the next, your feet fall on plush red carpet. You can feel your feet, even through your shoes, you can feel it sinking into this carpet. And you can tell how expensive it is. The place that you're in is lavishly decorated. You see a couple of people look like maybe servants standing around. Some of the artwork is just the most debauched thing you've ever seen. David's right behind you. He says, I think I know this house. And you see Silas sitting across from something you've talked about quite a lot, whether he don't know if he described them to you. And you just hear Silas say, then you're not him then? Perhaps not. Is that your friend?
He's definitely someone I've got to know lately.
He looks about. This one seems a little bit more structured than...
Yeah. This must be a real place. Somewhere.
All places are real somewhere.
Thank you for that. Right now I need aphorisms like I need another hole in my head.
Pearsons are great. But I think we really need to get your friends out. I don't have much time left.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like he's having a great time if he's just realised that that person isn't the person he thinks he is. Can we get them out safely? Is this going to mess them up if I try and talk to him?
I'll hold off the Shaw wannabe. You get your friend. Lauren, give me an ego roll, please. Silas, you feel Laura's hand fall on your shoulder or hand, or...
I'd go with shoulder.
Can I look look up to, I guess just to like check who it is and then kind of just, it's like smiles, shrugs, and at least attempts to like stand up from the table because he's kind
Stand
of over
up.
like the situation.
You stand up. The smell of brandy turns to the smell of kerosene. Shaw looks at you, shaking his head. And you see a bolt hit into him, some kind of energy. And he grins. You could have had it all, boy. And then David lands on him. Get out of here, you two, go on. Sarah, when did you leave your parents?
I moved out when I was 18, and I went and decided to go on a little odyssey into the world of addictive substances. Well, I did. For a few years. What, being all fucked up and stuff.
You're, 21, 22? You're standing in court. Matt Murdock is at your side, one side. Jennifer, what you call her? Is Jennifer Banner?
Yeah. Right?
Banner? I think so.
I think she's a banner.
I think she's well. And your other. Both are arguing for you.
Jennifer Walters.
Walters, thank you. Fuck's sake. I don't know why I thought Banner. They're both arguing for you. You can't quite make out what's been said. You can see the judge looking sternly at you. You see at the other table, the prosecutors, it's your parents standing there.
Wait, hang on. There's a conflict of interest going on here. Wait, please, listen to me.
Do not interrupt my court. Sit, young lady.
But that's my parents there.
The judge suddenly has the wig on like in a British court. And instead of Matt Murdock and Jennifer Walters, your parents are standing either side of you, arguing with themselves at the other table. And there's merchandise spread out over both tables.
Would you just shut up and listen to me for 1 fucking second?
Give me an ego check, please.
1, 2, 1, 6. All together.
Everything is loud. You hear your parents shouting the way they shouted all the time, saying all different things about who you are and what you owe them, and you wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for them, and why didn't you make enough money? Why didn't you show enough presence at this place? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And you feel
I signed every bit of fucking paper you gave me, you fucking cunts.
They don't listen. They just get more paper put in front of you. Someone grabs your hand and they're drawing your signature with it.
I don't want to sign away my fucking animation rights. I might actually want them for myself.
The judge now looks like your mum and dad kind of morphed into each other, and you hear them talking, just non-stop.
It was, I'm fucking big. I'm a big girl. 2 keys for me is fucking personal use.
You see everyone then all round about the court and the jury behind you. They're all snorting coke off little mirrors. They've all got little straws. Chris, you're in an alleyway.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
You're in an alleyway.
This is better than combat, but
it's wet. You've not had anything to eat in about 2 days. Who comes along that makes you feel better?
I first name that pop up was Tony, but it's so stereotypical.
It's alright.
Older gentleman that we are a bit after I got thrown out, right?
Sorry? Yeah, you'll be about
I've been
probably
on the
17 now.
Yeah, okay. So an elder gentleman that I know to be from um a known gang, like these established so one of the tops, an old gentleman, one of them who gives the order but doesn't meddle in the affairs himself.
He sees you and he smiles and he throws you a sandwich still in the plastic wrapping.
Thanks, Tony. Anything you need?
Not just now. How long have you been here with us?
A year.
How long are you going to stay with us?
How long do you need me?
It's about time we
You're my
put those
family
skills
now,
of
right?
yours to use. And you feel yourself, you're at a house, you're helping them break in. There's another 3 people with you. You don't know them very well, but all of you are dressed up in black. All taking different bits of the house. You hear a scream and a thud and a body hitting the floor. And then it's chaos. Everyone's running, everyone's leaving. Then Tony's in front of you and he slaps you. Couldn't do it for us, eh? Just weak. No wonder your parents kicked you out. Give me an ego roll, please. $15. Silas, Lauren, you're out. You're in a white corridor, white walls. So that kind of thing, on TV where it looks as if there's no corners. It's also white. And after a second, yeah, basically, David's standing beside you, breathing a little bit hard. Okay, whoever these people are, they are, powerful.
Silas does like the double take of all double takes.
Seeing
David. Yep.
You know each other?
I know. I think like this is not like out of character. This is in character. Silas just like just your reputation precedes you, and I'm sorry if I've been out of line before.
Wouldn't worry about it,
you lead on.
I've dealt with much
Silas,
worse.
in case this helps you get that this is real, yesterday you tried to make it look like I cheated at chess. Okay?
Did I?
In front of Mr.
Oh yes,
Benson,
that's true. You're not out of character. That's true.
So, we need to find out where the other ones are, because they're all in here somewhere.
What are the things with the black eyes? Is it a thing or is it?
I'm not sure. It
Right.
started
And then he shuts up and follows basically.
and as you're walking
But
along,
I'm hoping that with him and you and me, we're probably better than we were with just me, because I just dropped in here. So, yeah, we're going to go and find someone else now.
things are going strange.
Yeah.
Something attacked. Something not Orchis.
Oh god. That wasn't okay. No.
You know
Yeah.
my powers, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that Silas does.
Well, I would think so. He's fairly famous.
Oh, sorry.
for it.
I thought that. Yeah. No. But, I mean, you haven't had to, and he mimes the splitting. Like basically, you haven't had to like.
Oh no, I don't do
You know,
that anymore.
I'm not suggesting that I understand how they work. I'm
I've got the rabble under control. I wouldn't worry about that.
okay. I didn't mean that as a front. I think
smiles
Lauren
at you
notices like.
Yeah, but it's on
I'm
his
kind of
shoulder.
super intrigued now because I've never seen Silas like lose it at a person quite so
No.
plainly before. But he went to pieces so fast. It's a miracle I wasn't hit by shrapnel.
Absolutely.
Look, you get none to worry about.
I think
we're all mutants here.
the last thing that Silas says is kind of I know you probably wish you would have rescued somebody better than me, but I'll be.
When
I'll
you say
try.
that, he looks
I'll
at you in the eye. There is nobody better.
help.
Yous are the
We're
ones
getting
that are
everyone,
saving. We're getting everyone. Right?
even the Bellingtons, especially the Bellingtons, maybe.
There's too many that we've lost already. No, it's too much for you to take just now. Let's just find your mates.
Yes.
Would there
Is
be
this
any
like-
benefit to me like blinking off faster to look in a direction and coming back, or would we just be better walking? Because I've never dealt with a big white void before.
I'm kind of relying on you two to find the people here. I don't have the connection that's needed.
Oh,
I'm
of
going
course,
to
okay.
do a psychic connect. If I could try to telepathically reach Kathrine or Kat, sorry.
Chris.
Chris.
Sorry.
Yeah, Chris's ego rolls are good enough that you can contact them.
Chris, whatever you're seeing is not actually happening. We're coming. Ideally, and then he sort of like tries to
Chris,
walk
this
in
comes
some
through
kind
as
of direction.
very, very far away. You can tell it's Silas' voice, but you're thinking that you're 17. You don't know Silas yet. How can his voice be?
So I know that it's his voice, but at the same time, a part of me say you don't know him,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Okay, and if we're still in that situation, Chris would already have been starting to wonder, because that was not Tony. I have never failed him. I have never failed an assignment for him. So in that state, and then hearing Silas's voice, Chris is like, will shake their head, look around, and like think back, like, Silas?
And so since like, remember the meditation? Like try to. I'm not sure if that'll help, but it can't hurt.
And again, if that triggers their memory, they will try, like, close their eyes, breathe
your
in,
check?
hold their breath, breathe out. What did you say, ego?
No? Yeah, your
Okay,
last ego
no.
check was brilliant. So
Okay.
you see this face, the face of Tony looking down at you, and it's into an expression that you would never have thought to come from him. His eyes open and you see these black orbs, and his teeth are black, and the mouth is black, inky, black, almost dripping. And behind him, you see both Silas, Lauren, and some half-naked guy kind of floating along behind them. Is this your pal?
Yeah. Yes. Is it? This is gasology. Is it
Yeah, I'm
Shadow
pretty sure
King
that's-
bullshit? What is it? What's
Right,
happening?
you ball back,
That's
step
Chris.
away for the kid. Come on. And
Uh-huh.
you hear a hiss come from the whatever it is, as it turns round, dives towards you. There's none
I
of
use
that.
extended reach to reach for Chris's hand.
You grab Chris's hand, he clicks his finger, and the thing's gone. And a big lots of butterflies. Chris, there's something actually I meant to do while you're in the car. As you stand up, you put your hand in your pocket, and you feel something cut at your finger. It's like this little nick. You bring it out, and one of those metal flowers from Bellington's is in your hand. It's just a tiny spot of your blood on it. The three of you,
Interesting.
along with David, hear a rumble and dust falls from the ceiling. And as you go to move away, a body lands in front of you. It's a young man wearing a suit, perfectly tailored to him. The small bit of blood going down by his mouth. Troy Bellington is dead. Sarah.
I'm sorry, who was dead?
Troy. The
Right.
youngest of the Bellington children.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. But yeah, Sarah, I don't know about this yet. Okay.
Sarah, you are 9 years old again. You're in the playground, and there's kids teasing you about your weight. They stop teasing you for a moment, and they start teasing this other kid. You can see he's got a forked tongue just slipping out, and they start throwing things in, throwing their sandwiches, throwing their apples. It's a fucking
I run up
beauty.
to them and tackle one of them to the ground.
Give me an ego check, please.
Is 14 enough at this point?
You tackle one to the ground, and you see the face morph into your father's, into your mother's, morphing through several fucking faces of people who were mean to you. And it
I
laughs.
punch them.
You punch and you feel your fist go right through the face. An inky black puddle that engulfs your hand. And you feel dust fall from the ceiling. You hear laughter. Then you hear footsteps. Silas, Lauren, Chris. It's changed again. You're in Bellington's house. You see that wine cellar once again, the broken glass. And someone sitting, leaning against the wall. And she's crying. Gone. They're all gone. Is this one of yours?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
She might not like it though.
Is it Rebecca?
She's crying. You see snot just running down her face. She's tears. They're all gone. Troy's dead. Jeremy's dead. Mum's dead. Dad's dead.
No. You're seeing. I know you have no reason to trust me, but you're seeing things. They're
Chris-
not dead.
Death.
Chris is going to reach out their hand towards Rebecca.
Give me another ego check, please. Or wait, give me an ego check. But do it as an attack. Okay, no, that's a good roll.
Okay, that's nice.
Her sobbing stops and she looks at you. Didn't think I'd be happy to see you again. She stands up.
It's only half bad. Come on, take my hand.
She takes it. And you feel all of her pain run into you. You can feel for a moment what it was like when her mum died, what it felt like when her dad died. How she knows that Troy is dead and she thinks that Jeremy's dead. It's almost enough to bring you to your knees. You feel that little nick in your pocket, another bit of blood through your trousers. And she calms down.
and Chris is going to hug her, just drag her in and hold her.
She wraps her arms around you and doesn't stop crying as the world changes again. And this time it's a black void. Black void that somehow filled with thick tension. Every time you move, it feels as if something ominous is coming. I didn't like this at all. Come on.
Can I try to reach out to Sarah telepathically?
You can indeed. Give me an ego check, please.
Mm-hmm. 13.
Again, very faint, very far away. Sarah, you can hear Silas. Silas, what do you say to her?
I don't know where we are exactly in like what's happening, but the rest of us are together. We're coming. Don't freak out any further than you've already freaked out because I don't know what's going on, but we're close to figuring it out probably.
What am I doing when I hear this voice?
Your fist is just sunk into Ray's face. The world has gone black and inky.
I yell out, well, whoever you are, do something.
Don't know me yet. Then in that case, you'll get to hate me all over again. Great. Like this follows the direction of her voice.
Everything that has been happening recently has been very confusing.
You walk towards. Sarah, what do you do?
Wait, but it's black, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just lashing out at it, just like, what the fuck?
You hit into something and it feels like a tree or a plant.
I grab onto it for dear life.
Jeremy kind of smiles at you. Didn't think we were this close. Fuck.
Jeremy?
Where's
What
everyone
the
else?
fuck's going on?
How the fuck am I meant to know? Where's everyone else? Where's Rebecca? Where's Troy?
I don't know. I'll level with you, Jeremy. I was just in the middle of what I can now see was some kind of hallucinatory nightmare where I may have been working out some issues about my parents. And now I'm hugging a tree in a black void, talking
not
to
a
you.
tree.
So you are the tree.
Yeah, I wanted some armor.
I wasn't aware that you had the power to become a tree, but it totally makes sense. I apologise a lot. I put Jeremy the tree down and just like, I'm sorry, but what the fuck? What happened to you? What has your experience been?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Was it related to some kind of family trauma that has defined you by any chance?
Something like that. You hear
All
the
right,
peal
well,
of
we're
thunder.
clearly... Oh,
The
sorry.
sky cracks open, that's alright. And it's not white, it's not black. It's an absence. And then come towards you, you see the rest of them. Only Troy is missing. When Rebecca sees Jeremy, she runs to him. Troy's dead. And Jeremy starts crying as well. Right.
What do you mean Troy's dead?
Pretty
We've
sure we
got time
saw
for
him
this.
drop out of the sky.
I need all of you to give me an ego check, and I need at least 3 passes. Is that all 3?
I have no idea. I have...
What is a pass?
Yeah.
Is that 15 from you, Lauren? 13, 10? It is enough.
Oh, thank God.
Right. This is not the way I wanted it to go. And I'm telling you now, something went wrong. This reality's fucked. We need to get out of here.
Wait a minute, what reality?
Wait. Like just our entire the entire world I've ever known. Just say bye bye. Like I just.
Can we come back? I'm kind of attached to this one.
What the fuck did you do, magic Scottish man?
I promise you it wasn't him, but I'm still.
There's something, a Dominion or something, and things are breaking down, and fucking Moira McTaggart fucked us all over.
Oh, Mark, you bastard. It just out of character.
Who the fuck's Moira McTaggart?
But I'm also really upset.
This is where our world goes completely different from the 616.
What? Who the fuck is Moira McTaggart?
Doesn't really matter right now. You sneak out here. I can't hold it open for much longer.
Get out
It
of...
keeps happening.
If you
Where are
see
we
my
going
dad-
to now?
Out of this reality.
If you see my dad, tell him I love him, even if he's a cunt.
Wait, this is Jeremy talking? I thought this was the magic Scottish man.
It
This
is
is
magic.
It is a magic Scottish man.
Right.
There's a lot of people with cunty dads.
Aye.
Oh, wait, who are you?
Name's
I'll
David.
explain when we get there.
David. His name's David. That's
David
all we need
Haller.
right now.
And if you see the elf, give him a hug from me, okay? Fuck.
The elf.
A fucking elf!
Sure. Whatever at this
And
point.
everything is light. And you're falling upward. And that's where we all fall down. Season 1 ends. Oh, it is falling. You're not flying, you're falling upward.
Like,
So,
the last thing anyone's going to hear Sarah says from this season is, what the fuck just happened?
that's the best.
I mean, Anita's summary could not have been dreamt.
I hope you all enjoyed that. I didn't want you to have a fight, so I tried to come up with something that
That was so good. That was so good.
Lauren's check passed. Lauren didn't go into one of the alternates, which is why Lauren didn't have the ego checks. The rest of you did, and you had to get 3 passes to get out. If you didn't get 3, and some of them were harder than others, depending on what was going on, if you didn't get them, you would have been stuck in there. There was actually the chance that you wouldn't make out of this at all, because I wanted there to be real stakes, but thankfully you did.
Right.
Which is why Troy didn't. I was rolling for them as well. I didn't do the things for them.
Oh, okay.
Troy missed out on his last one. Rebecca and Jeremy didn't. I should have done the flower
When's
thing
season
before.
2?
We will be playing Rivers of London after this for, I think, probably like 8 episodes, 9 episodes. And then we'll be on to season 2.
Oh my god.
But we will now go around and say how our night was, and then we'll fuck off. So we will start once again with Seb. Seb, how was your evening?
Amazing. Like this was. I was saying earlier, like a bit. I'm more for like role playing, kind of like person over combat, and this is kind of like role playing as combat, which is even better. It's everything I love in RPGs, and just the kind of the surreal like climax, and then just. And the ending, just like mention of like Dominions and Moira McTaggart, fucking hell, like kind of like my inner nerd is just like doing somersaults. The other players might not understand it, but I will like flood chat you like at great length probably. I'm sorry in advance, but this was really good. This was just outstanding.
I'm glad, mate. Very, very glad. I'm very much looking forward to season 2. I've got a few things planned for it, but well. And just Lavaita, how about you? How was your evening?
That was confusing, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Title of your sex tape? Sorry. My son watches Brooklyn Nine-Nine a hell of a lot, and it's
Yeah,
Yep.
it's loomed large, I'm sure.
yeah. But you enjoyed it. Good. I'm glad. Kathrine, what about you? Did your evening go well?
I hate you in the best possible way.
I'm very glad. I'm honoured to have your hate. Not wanted to make sure that you all got a little bit in the since family things were so much, and I think for the Silas it was more definitely Sebastian's role. I think we could have done a bit more there, but we'll see. But yeah, but you had good fun, Kathrine. Looking
Honestly,
forward to the next season?
I like that it was as simple as it was. Like it kind of fit because that is like he's very kind of like blinders on kind of like, and that becomes the situation. I like the scene a lot. Like that was interesting.
Yeah, I wanted it to be very like staccato, so you would get a bit and then it would cut away and get a bit and cut away, so you weren't able to find your feet. You know, and they weren't able to get comfortable with the scene. And last but not least, Michelle. Was it that a jump?
So it's 6 months. In about 6 months, we'll find out what that was.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, in character, yes, but out of character, I'll again like
And
just
6
flood the
months
chat.
do it. If it's 9 episodes, wouldn't that be
4-ish.
like 9? Since it's
but then
every
Christmas.
other.
Yeah, every other week, so that would be
That's
2 a month.
That's
so,
2 a month.
Yeah,
Probably January.
yeah. Probably January would be a good date to set
For next year. We'll find out what happened next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tune in then, people watching.
Well, if there was a
Plenty
London
of time
ship,
for everyone
we
to
can come
catch up
back.
on YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, they've waited longer for Game of Thrones to conclude,
Exactly.
and ours will be better. So you know.
We weren't in Game of Thrones.
This is
No, which is why Game of Thrones sucked and we're amazing. So
Exactly.
I mean, imagine
I will
one of these
defend the
being
last
in a
season.
long-running series.
So
Last season of Game of Thrones, 3 out of 5. People really a lot harsher on it than they should have been. Just saying.
No.
So the key thing
is
is never finish.
it should either have been much longer or much shorter, one of the two. There was good bits in it. There was definitely good bits, but I wouldn't say 3 out of 5. The good bits did not do much. But anyway, no, we're on Twitch at the moment. So yeah, we are finishing this
You want to
season
make
for
some
just now.
money, Mark? You gotta get some of those hot takes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we've got enough of them. We've got plenty of hot takes.
So yeah, The Last Jedi, best fucking Star Wars
I
movie.
agree with
Come
you.
at
Kind
me,
of agree with
cunts.
that,
I agree
actually.
with you. Last Jedi is my favourite Star Wars movie.
That's because we're the woke fucking mob with our
This is
cancel
true.
culture and
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
love of blue hair.
Yeah. Maybe we do, yeah. But anyway, this was We All Fall Down, Season 1, all done now. They're now falling upwards no matter what Lavaita says. She will find out what that means at a later date. But if you're watching, give us a follow, like, subscribe, whatever. Give us a comment, tell us how much we suck, how much we rock, whatever the fuck you want. But I'd like to hear from you. So thank you very much, and goodbye.
bye.
Bye bye, everyone. Have good nightmares.